Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. I have a Partners in Cream project pan update to share. This is my fourth update, so I've been doing this project for 4 months. It's in collaboration with a bunch of other people who are doing it. I'll have the playlist and the creators of the project pan in the description box. Thanks again to Steph and DaLin for inviting me. The first of 5 products that I want to share is an SPF product from Krave Beauty. It is their Beet shade. This is technically SPF 50, but I think because of US regulations, they can't say that it is on the packaging, but it is something that I use as a sunscreen. I'm wearing it today. I rolled this product in 2 months ago, and if you can see, I've used a relatively similar amount both of the past 2 months. I haven't been using this every single day because I don't feel like I should be using my most expensive and favorite SPF product when I'm going to be inside most of the time. I wear this on days when I know I'm going to be in front of big windows, or when I'm going to be going on walks, or just on particularly sunny days. And then I'll use other SPF products maybe that have a lower SPF or are just, not my favorite. I'll wear those on a more regular basis while I'm at home. I put an SPF in this project so I can remember to use it more and just reach for SPF on a more regular basis. So once this one is finished, which I think will happen next month, I'll roll a new one in. My next product is a cream blush from Flora Beauty. This is in the shade Bubbly. I use this in conjunction with one of the cream highlighters that I'll talk about in a second, and I also mix it with Pinched, which is another shade from this line. Together, those 3 mix into a really pretty light pink, slightly shimmery shade. I wear that on my cheeks pretty much every day. I'm wearing it today underneath a powder blush. I usually use anywhere between half a gram and almost a gram every single month, and this past month has been no different. I used 0.9 grams. Every month I feel like the packaging does get thinner and thinner, but I don't think I'm anywhere near being finished. I am interested to see how long this would take to finish, and I am tracking my uses. I am reaching for this on a pretty much everyday basis, every day that I wear makeup, and I feel really good about the progress I'm making, but it's just one of those that I'm not going to finish anytime soon. My next product is a liquid lipstick from ABH. It's in the shade Crush. It's a really pretty nude liquid lipstick. I'm wearing it today. Over the past month, I have reached for this 5 times, which might not seem like a lot, but the month before I only reached for it 2 times, and the month before that I only reached for it 3 times. So compared to past months, I am doing well, but I do want to use this 25 times before rolling it out and rolling in another nude liquid lipstick that I want to focus on. So I have 21 uses out of 25. Hopefully I can use it 4 more times and roll in a new liquid lipstick next month. My last 2 products are highlighters. One is liquid and one is kind of like a pressed cream. The first one is from Wet n Wild. It's the Hello Halo liquid highlighter in the shade Halo Goodbye. I do have a piece of tape on the side of the container, and on that I've been marking my progress, and if you can see, once again, I'm making steady progress every month. If I'm able to really get everything out of the bottle, which I do have a scooper that I can use to get it all out, I do think it's going to take me probably 2 to 3 months to finish this. I mix this in with my foundation just to make it a little bit more glowy, a little bit more natural. It was very useful when I was using a really high coverage foundation from Jouer. I finished that one up, and now I'm using one from e.l.f., and these seem to mix well together. That's what I'm wearing on my skin today, in conjunction with a Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, just to add a little bit of coverage, because the e.l.f. foundation for me is very light coverage, especially compared to the super full coverage foundation that I was using before that. So I'll continue using it like that. I don't really love putting it on top of my cheeks. I feel like the texture is weird and it can be a little bit sticky. It can kind of disturb the foundation underneath. So I use it as a mixer and really nothing else. This isn't a super necessary product in my collection, and I don't plan on purchasing from Wet n Wild in the future. So this is just something I'm eager to use up and move out of my collection. And last product is a cream highlight from Colourpop. It is their Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money, and it's their pearlized formula. And like I mentioned earlier with that Flora Beauty blush, I mix those 2 cream blushes in with a little bit of this. I use like the end of a brush to just take out a little tiny bit, and I mix them all together and put them on my cheeks. I find that that's the easiest way for me to use this, because when I try to dip my sponge in or a brush in or even my fingers, I feel like it kind of just sloshes around. And sometimes I worry I'm going to waste product because a little piece will break off and go over the side of the edge, and I don't know, I just feel like this is the best way for me to use it personally. I also find that since I've had this open for quite some time now, it is not as creamy and wet as it used to be. It's a little bit of a drier formula, which is fine because I am using it as a mixer. I love this product. I think the packaging isn't my favorite, and if Colourpop would come out with a powder highlighter or even a liquid highlighter in a squeezy tube of this type of shade and formula, etc. I would like that more than this just because I find I'm growing tired of this type of packaging. But if you can see, I am starting to make some headway. I've been focusing on this part of the packaging to get a little bit of a hole there, and I think I'll just continue doing that until I use this up. I don't know, I think this is going to take quite some time, but we are hitting summer. I am going for a glowier look, so I might be using more every time, who knows. I do want to use this up at some point, but I think it's going to take a while. So those are the 5 products I have to share with you today. I think I'm making really steady progress, really focusing on my cream and liquid products, which really is something that I neglect if I don't think to do it. If you'd like to see more like this, I do have a Project Pan playlist, but there's also the playlist of everyone else doing this Project Pan in particular. I'll have that in the description box. I feel good about the progress I'm making. I think I'll have some really good things to share with you next month, but in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!